Okay, hello Matthew. Wait, turn on the mic. Hey Matthew.
Hey, William, how are you?
Good, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, good. I think we're ready to get started. Let me just go ahead and post on Twitter, let everyone know that we are now live.
I will retweet you.
And then I guess, hey, Garlando Bloom. Um, so L key WY, hello, Pretoria 1978, welcome. So I guess we can go ahead and get started. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Just adjust everything. All right. So we have here Matthew Vigilone. Yeah.
That works.
Matthew is with Soma Sims Games. They are in Chicago. Another developer. I was wondering, maybe you guys can start off by kind of telling everyone in the chat a bit about yourself. By the way, so just before we do that though, so normally I do the Manifold Garden level design game development stream on Friday. We do something different. We do something special. We'll have like a guest indie dev on the stream, and we'll check out a game, a work in progress. So today we are checking out Project Highrise, which is being made by Soma Sim Games, and we have here Matthew with us. So yeah, okay, now you can introduce yourself.
Cool. Thanks. My name's Matt, and I'm half of the Soma Sim Games team. We started the company in 2000, the studio in 2013, and this is our second game that we're working on right now. Our first game came out 2 years ago Sunday. It's called 1849, which is a city building game set in the California Gold Rush. And after that came out, we worked on that for a while, and then for the past year and a half or so, I'm on Project Highrise, which is our skyscraper management and simulation game. So that's the brief history of Soma Sim Games.
Okay, cool. Well, so let's go ahead and... Alright, so it seems like the audio is good. We'll go ahead and start playing Project Highrise. So should I do tutorials or a new game?
It depends. I can be a talking tutorial if you'd like, or we can go through the tutorial. The first two tutorials are probably good to go through. The third tutorial is more just, here's where all the UI is and what it does.
Okay.
So let's go through a tutorial, I guess.
Yeah, let's do that, since I think we can talk about the design of that too.
Yep.
All right. I think they say, so they're saying Matt is very, very quiet, but I'm hearing him just fine. So
I can lean a little close. I can lean a little closer to the microphone.
Oh yeah, I think that would be good. That's perfect. But
Cool.
let me also... Give me 1 second and I will raise the volume on...
I've never been told I have a problem with being loud before, so that's...
Okay, let's just adjust the audio. Okay, well I think that should be good. Tutorial. All right, construction tutorial. I guess does it matter which order?
That's sort of the recommended order is
Okay.
the way that they're presented there. So let's start with construction.
All right.
This just sort of goes over the basics of the building part, and then later on you get into management parts. So this is sort of the intro to construction.
Cool. I like the Mies van der Rohe quote. It was very fast.
It was. When you get a bigger tower and it takes longer to load, you can read them more. I guess less is more.
Less is more.
Less.
Hello, ENRE91. So we're here with Matt, checking out Soma Sims Games Project Highrise, which is still a work in progress. And it's here because, Manifold Garden has a lot of relationship to architecture, and I think this is sort of very perfect. And also, I was a huge fan of Sim Tower.
Me too.
Sim Tower, yeah, as a kid. Although you said it doesn't really age that well.
It did not.
Yeah.
even when I was a kid, I remember playing it and thinking in my uninformed, ungame designer way, this could have been better. And that's sort of the nagging feeling that's driven the design for this game. And it's sort of been a game that we wanted to make for a long time. So.
Okay. Right. Let's see now. So, hello, you must be the new architect. Welcome, the construction supervisor here. Let me show you around. Continue. First, look around the building. You can move your view by holding down your left mouse button. Okay. I think that right now they're like a little fast because I think it shows you the next one when you hit just one of them.
It
Right?
does.
Yeah. All right, so Q and E to zoom in, zoom out. We have some empty floor space on the upper floor. Let's build a new office there so we have some rent money coming in. Okay. Click on the office button. All right. This is, what is this, space?
Yep. So the idea
this is small office.
Yeah. So the idea is first you sort of decide this is going to be an office, this is going to be an apartment, this is going to be a restaurant. And then you build out depending on what your tenants.
Oh, I see. And right now this is empty. That's
Yep.
like, okay. I was trying to build it here, but I guess obviously that's
Yeah.
not.
There's no floor there yet.
There's
This
no
is just
floor there.
sort of like zoning, like deciding what goes where.
Okay, very cool. Do you see the notification icon on the office? It means you have a vacancy and you should find a tenant to fill it. Empty office. Insurance offices. 3 potential tenants.
Yes.
I have 3 insurance offices. Okay. What about game development studios?
They're later on.
Later on, okay, yeah. Okay. Cooley Insurance, Sally and Castry. Cooley Foundation Inc. And needs an electric line. I think they are all pretty much the same, so I'm gonna go with.
They're relatively similar. They'll get some variation in the amount of rent they pay you and stuff like that. But right now, I mean, at this sort of basic level of office, there's not a lot of either needs or variation.
All right, let's go with Foundation Inc. All right, good. I'm done with that. This might be a good time to talk about game speed. To speed up the game, click on the. They can also use the number 2 keyboard. I'm going to use 2. Oh, very cool. So that. Oh, is that that's from Foundation Inc.
Yep, they moved in.
By hitting the spacebar on your keyboard. Okay. Cool. The building's a little small, don't you think? Yes, it is. Why is there... Oh, I guess that makes sense. It's the first floor, so there's a sandwich place. By the way, if you guys have any questions, feel free to type it in the chat. Let's click on the build button. Okay, I've got to build infrastructure. I need to add a floor space. So I can... Is this telling me to add it here, right?
Yes.
Okay, don't forget to right click. Click on utilities. Jeez, this is getting very complicated already. So I see the electrical lines. Click. Okay.
We did a lot of we did a lot of talking to actual building developers. So
Yeah.
we captured the complexity of a skyscraper.
Electricity is hooked up. Right click again to exit. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So is there a mode where I can see electricity?
There is. If you look in the top left, there's the second button from the left on the top is an overlay.
Ah, okay, cool. So some questions from Axial Zolta says first project Highrise impressions very good. Minor note: you could publish some HD screens of the UI for seeing if white text on black background feel hard to read. Oh, I think he was talking about the white text on black background.
Oh.
If that's. Oh no! When you guys do screenshots, is it hard to see that?
It is kind of. It can be hard to read, especially like when things get blown up.
So what Code Prince is as what program are we using right now? So we are checking out. This is Project Highrise. It's a game. Is it what engine are you guys making this with?
It's made in Unity.
It's made in Unity.
Yep.
Oh wow! I'm very impressed because the UI in Unity is a nightmare. Interesting. And you guys, so tell me, like, are you your role on the team is you're the designer or the
I'm
programmer?
the design. I'm the designer, the art director, and the writer. Yeah. So
Okay.
the art direction and the writing and the game design are all my fault.
Okay. Um, you know what? I'm also going to turn up just the volume on Project Highrise a little bit.
The music was also made in Chicago.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Who is the musician?
His name is Brian Block. If you go
Okay.
to our website, you can read more about him.
Cool. All right. So we have downtown. Who should we? I don't know if this is mine. I wanted to have the chat make the decision, but I think the lag is going to be a bit of an issue. But so needs downtown to go sushi pays more rent than to
Right
go
now.
homemade rolls.
Money talks.
So, hmm. Okay, cool. I think I turn up the volume on the game a bit, so hopefully everybody can hear that. And hello, Zathamiel and Garrett Polk, welcome. So we're checking out. We've got my skyscraper going. Ah, I forgot what he said. The building is not very tall. We're gonna add a new floor and connect it up using elevators.
Hopefully, you should. Even if you miss something, the tutorial is pretty much autopilot.
Yeah.
Autopilot enough to
Um,
back in.
all right. I did turn it up in the game even more now, so hopefully that should be. Um, yeah. It's always tricky to get the audio right for these, you know.
Yeah, you almost need a sound engineer working with you there to balance everything.
Yeah. Okay, so we can add more floors.
Going up.
How much money do I have? Oh, there we go at the bottom. I've got enough.
Yeah.
Can I? Oh, it doesn't. I like that it doesn't let me build out. That's.
You know,
There's
cantilever floating floors. Well, you can.
Uh,
It's just you have to build the floor up and build it underneath you.
Is that something that like you guys would want, or is it like
It's possible. Yeah, some we're thinking about. Yeah.
okay? Because I think because new buildings do have that.
They do?
And the new building in Chicago has the one by the river.
The wine glass shaped one.
Yeah, that one's very cool.
It is. I love the way that it's built out so that it sort of hangs over the railroad tracks.
Oh, and I like that. Why is this guy still open? It's 6.
Because you need to build an elevator, your workers can't get up there to do anything.
Oh no, I meant the this guy stayed late. Okay, so first we need to build an elevator.
I thought you were talking about the UI.
No, I was like, he's still here. Do the workers ever go home?
The construction workers never go home. No. We had them going home for a while, but everybody complained that they were leaving and that their work wasn't getting done. So
I see. Everybody wants to. Everybody becomes a capitalist once they're a
exactly.
building owner.
For a while, we had like different shifts coming in, and even the timing in between, like when they would leave and new workers would come in, that even was too much for people. They were complaining about work not getting done by their maintenance workers and their construction workers. So now they're prisoners in the building and they never leave.
So non-union construction. So how do I know when an area is done to like have a new building go in?
Right now, it's like the new floor is done when you see the construction props go away.
Okay. Oh, so this is very cool. So I see. So you have your wiring closets. You got to put all of that.
Yep.
And then you've got to do the electrical lines going in.
Yep.
I see. And do you have to do like other? Is it just the electrical lines, or obviously I've got cable, TV.
Yeah, there's phone, there's cable, there's gas, and there's water.
And do I have to connect all of those as well?
If the tenant needs it, yes. And it's sort of your call to decide, like, is the tenant going to be worth it for you to, pay the cost of having the utility in your building,
Right.
and like the effort of doing all the connecting.
Oh, I think I connected the.
I think you hook up cable.
I think I connected. Yeah, free cable. Click to place electricity button, which I did.
I think you did it. I think
Yeah.
you found a little bug.
Okay. How do I Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Right
Yeah.
click. Don't forget to right click to exit utility mode. Okay, cool. Pretty
And
much.
that's sort of the basics.
Sorry, go on.
That's sort of the basics for the construction tutorial.
Okay.
Um,
This is exciting. I'm wait, what? Do I build on that or do I is that
no,
No. Why not make the tutorial sort of like the initial part cuz I feel so invested there already.
yeah.
You
Well,
know?
we have in our last game we did that. Like we had the tutorial be part of the first game that you were playing, the first playthrough, but we got a lot of people who thought that that was all the game. Like they were playing the tutorial and didn't get into any of the complexity because the tutorial was integrated into the game. So this time we decided to firewall the tutorial out, so that people know that it's just a tutorial. And if you want to jump into a new game, it's not going to pull any punches at you. It's going to throw the full weight of the game right at you.
Oh, I see. Okay. Garlando Bloom says pretty much typical for this type of game that your workers are just there 24/7. In which you yeah, and Ari says hope one day there will be an MMO company game in which you have to obviously manage a company, invest in the right goods, and bust other players' companies. Double Dragon's Den. That's like Project Highrise online multiplayer. So let's continue with tenant management.
Yep. The first one is the longer tutorial. The next few are a bit on the shorter side.
I am because of the quotes. I'm actually complaining about your loading scenes being too fast. This tenant. Sorry.
That's actually a complaint I've never heard before. Your loading screen's too fast.
I just kind of want to read those quotes. This tenant is rather unhappy. It looks like they need a phone connection in their office. Let's hook it up before they get upset. So how do I see which tenant is unhappy? Oh, this one. Right.
That one. Yeah.
So I want to hook up a phone to theirs.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, E-Glide. So today we are, it's a bit of a special episode. We're doing a game design critique. We're checking out Project Highrise. It's a work in progress by Soma Sim Games, and we have Matthew here. Matt from the team here with us. Matt is the designer, art director. Now connect up this office by laying down the phone. I kind of wish, well, no, because The Sims also does the instruction high up, like, I'm wondering if you guys thought about having the instructions be like next to the thing, but maybe that's a little bit too much.
That's the thing. We didn't want to get in the way of the context of the building.
Yeah.
And later on in the game, all of your notifs and stuff are going to show up there anyway. So it's sort of a little bit of teaching the modality of like where things are going to be.
I see. So the phone line, you actually have to connect it all the way across the entire office, right?
Yes.
Yes. We need one phone switchboard. Which one's the phone switchboard? Okay. This is...
The switchboards are the things that interface with the city's network, and they're the things that cost you OPEX, daily money that you have to spend. So.
Wow. So because normally they don't... the city doesn't install it for you. You got, like... this is all stuff that I have no idea about, but I guess you have to research like what as a building manager you have to supply and what the city does the city like supply any of this?
No, it's you build the connection. Like if you click on the utility thing again, you'll see that there are wires that run like see that line that goes horizontally across the screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's your interface. That's the line that the city does, and then you have to create either the phone meter or the electrical transformer or gas manifold or what have you.
Yeah.
that acts as the interface between the city grid and your building's grid.
And is it okay if the phone is down here at the bottom?
That's fine as long as it's connected to your network in your building somehow. That's
Right.
fine.
Oh man, and I need
There's a
more.
wiring closet next to it.
What's that thing called? I need more of them as the building gets bigger. ENRE91 says this reminds him of a vertical version of City Skyline. Well, you shouldn't compare games when the game maker listens, but I think that is a good.
It's a great game. It's a great game.
Let's see who else isn't happy in this building. Okay, this person needs bottled water service. What? This isn't a hotel, sir.
Not yet.
Yeah, I think right now though we're getting this thing where the instructions are popping up on top of this other one. Do you see that? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so this is the what's satisfaction? Ah, this person's not happy. We
Nope.
found another. Click on the overlay button to turn it off. Okay. This tenant needs. Oh, here you go. Now you're doing the jumping around instruction.
Yes.
Why is that? The reasoning for that, I guess.
Those are the moments when when the game's going to ask you to continue to do something versus ongoing instruction.
I see. Tenants will often demand special services and amenities, especially if they're paying a lot in rent. Okay. How much is this person paying? So, Zubek. Ah, is that Robert? Robert Zubek is actually the other member of Soma Sim Games, who is not here today. He is.
No.
He is unhappy. He's not here because there's no bottled
There's no
water.
water service.
Yeah. So paying 160, and how do I get water service?
She was going to tell you.
Okay, let's click on right click on the tenant info dialog. Bottled. Oh man. Okay, bring. Yikes! I'm gonna need a bigger basement. Okay, let's take a look at my finances. I have 9,150. I'm gonna guess that's like in the thousands. That's like maybe 9 million. Yeah.
9,000.
Your
If you can
tenant.
imagine 9 million, that's fine too.
Your tenant pay rent every night at midnight. Click to see more details about the budget. Start of day cash. Other expense. Current cash. Okay. Sure. Raise them to make more money. Okay.
I wouldn't mess with those right now. That's a surefire way to get your tenants to leave quickly.
Okay. Okay. When it comes to click on any office or restaurant to find out more. Why am I? Oh,
I
Bain
clicked on
and
it.
Co.
You clicked on an NPC.
I love my coffee. The amount of daily rent on the right shows how much they will pay every day. The amount can be just up or down, which will impact bottom line and happiness. Yes. Why can't everybody be happy? I'm glad that you stopped by and we were able to talk about your budgets and tenant happiness. Make sure to use overlays to inspect your building on regular basis. Click on tenants to find out what they want. Okay.
And that's
the tutorial.
that.
Okay. Prestige and can I just go? I'm going to go ahead and start playing.
Yep.
Okay. And Garrett Polk asks, are you including historical technology changes over time or is the tech fixed at the start?
The tech is pretty much fixed at the start. To a degree, as you play the game, there are things that you can do that are going to unlock and increase the efficiency of things.
Yep.
Like be able to get more construction workers or like improve your ability of your services and stuff like that as you gain more political power in the game. But no, the technology is pretty much set at the beginning.
All right. Hello, Identity 98. Welcome. Today, we are checking out Project Highrise with Matt from Soma Sim here. It's a work in progress. If you've played Sim Tower, it's not... I haven't played that game in a very long time, but... So, standard experts start without money and take out a loan.
I would go with beginner.
Beginner.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just because it gets you a lot of money.
Yeah, okay. I guess we'll start with that. So this is perhaps after Manifold Garden ships, and for some reason I decide to build a building.
Yeah. Well, actually, Paradox is releasing Stellaris on Tuesday, which is going to be bad for my productivity. Very, very bad.
Okay, so let's see. I need to take out additional contracts to earn cash. Hey there, just wanted to remind you about contract from the city. Contracts from the city. Okay, what is this about? The city wants to encourage small landlords reach daily. Okay. I guess I can. Is there a time limit?
Nope.
Okay. Well, more people needed.
That one you sort of got started with.
Oh, this is good because it's 500 up front, and 1,000 on completion. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign this one. All right, we got some contracts. We need offices, so let's go ahead and get some offices in here. Actually, first, what I want to do is I want to build up this second space.
Remember, you can build horizontally as well. So
Yes. Okay. All right. Offices. Build. How do I build an office again? Oh, there we go.
you need to, yeah.
Okay, so I have this like weird thing now where I've got like an extra space here.
Yep.
What happens there?
Not a lot right now. You could later on, maybe if you want to put like a plane closet in there to sort of go up, or after you unlock some prestige in a little bit, you'll be able to have you'll have some decos, like you could put a chair.
Oh,
in there.
okay. So it's not that's not an issue.
No, it's not going to have any impact on gameplay. It's just how you choose to design your building.
So let me catch up on some of the chat. Praetorian 1970 asks, Matt, did you use a 2D toolkit UI or built them from scratch?
We built them from scratch.
Oh, built it from scratch. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian already talks about just talking about the comparison between City Skyline and this. Did you guys balance the end game? Because Ianari says in cities, there's basically a point where you became so rich, you basically can't make mistakes in City Skyline, and then people sort of lost their motivation to play.
Yeah, that's an all simulation games kind of have that challenge about the end game, and that's actually what I'm doing right now. I've been playing to get to the end game. I try to do it at least once a day. Unfortunately, in our game, that takes about 4.5 hours when you're the designer. I mean, I can blow through it pretty fast, but in getting to the end game takes a long time. And that's one of the things I'm working on tuning now. And the other thing we're doing is, in addition to Sandbox, where you can just build until you're done building, the game's going to ship with scenarios. So you will have like goals to meet if you want to play through scenario mode.
Oh, very cool.
Unlike City Skylines, where I think their scenarios are more like just various sets of constraints that you start with. So our scenario mode is going to be a little more guided.
One thing I was reminded of, in the end, you build up to the moon. I was reading about Civilization and the way they do testing there, because they also have the problem where it takes like 16 hours to play a game, so how do you test the end game? And they just said they had to like have the AI do a bunch of stuff and then just sort of jump in at the end. But
yeah, and Civilization's endgame is still a little grindy sometimes. I love Civilization, don't get me wrong, but by the time you get to the end of a Civilization game, sometimes it's just like, oh, really? I have to do all of that?
Although I always find the ending of Civilization games to be very anticlimactic, because I sort of...
Exactly.
You like the thing comes up and tells you you've won, and then you're like, damn, I've just been up for 30 hours.
Yeah. I actually hit my 2000th hour of Civilization 5 last weekend.
Oh wow. Okay, let's get
Love it.
electricity set up. Oh, this is
That's because they didn't have power for a
yes,
while.
that they, they didn't have power.
They'll be fine as soon as the power comes back on.
Yes, just chill, dude. Why don't you go outside and work?
He's
Tenants,
he's angry. It'll take him a while to cool down.
tenants these days.
Yep.
Damn, this game is so chill. I'm really digging. Okay, let's get a restaurant in here. You know, I would love to have. Is that a restaurant?
It is.
Okay. So that looks like a giant fax machine. Like, this is what I thought it was at first.
I guess, yeah, we need to. Those are things that I threw in a long time ago. I probably need to give those some attention. It does kind of look like a fax machine.
How do I start getting medium spaces? I
Um,
need bigger, more prestige.
Yep. Prestige is the thing that unlocks all of the further building.
I can't move this once I'm done, Al.
No, you can bulldoze it and put it somewhere else.
I can?
Yeah. But they're free.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna, what I want to do is I want to build an office
In between.
here. Yeah, and then I want to. There we go.
Yep.
Garrett Polk, hey, just Jessup. This game says reminds him of Incorporation Inc.
I don't know if I know that one.
But hey, Jet User, and Garrett Polk goes to ask, are you including disasters like power blackouts, heat waves, etc.?
They're on the schedule. Yeah, things like, your water pipes leaking or the power transformer exploding. Yeah. Not for when we release, but probably later on we're gonna do include some sort of way of having disasters and ways to mitigate them. Right now, the design challenge is how to do that without, annoying the player. So, having it just be the right level of annoying.
Right. Yeah, where it just gets to be like too much and it's just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like some games, the disaster comes up and you're like, really? And it just seems designed to get in your way.
O'Connor and Lane, let's get that. Accounting offices, Pinnacle. How are these names generated, by the way?
There's a giant list of texts, and then they are randomly based on patterns. So each of the different offices has a different pattern set, and then it picks up words based on industries and stuff like that.
Okay, so it looks like I need to build my electricity wiring closet. And now I can't go across.
Sure you can. After you click on the electricity, yeah, you can keep going. You can
Oh.
go over the elevator. As long as you have something built with floor, you can run conduit.
Right. Okay, this is bad. This is bad building design, I think.
There's no such thing as bad building design.
It's gonna, I think the food
Except there's
court
bad
restaurants. Well, I don't think you should have. You know what? We should bulldoze this one. It's because of the God, this is like totally tickling yeah. It's dangerous.
It is. I've lost a lot of hours.
Yeah. You can always have to keep in mind to have a plan B for stuff like that. Does the game have multiplayer?
No.
No, no multiplayer.
I don't know how multiplayer would even work.
Yeah. I think just like a two-player map would be fun, like look over the shoulder effect. And axial setup +1 to fire, sprinklers, steam, gas pipe leaks. Oh, sorry, just up, man. Corporation Inc. It's a mini game though.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with it. I'll have to corporationing.
yeah. Ah, God, these guys need utilities. Oh my, oh dear.
You have to hook up you have to hook up the switchboard in the basement too.
Okay. This isn't not. It's not like super. Okay, okay. Oh man, I'm losing money.
That's okay. No, actually, you're not.
Oh, okay. I think I just thought
No,
my phone is good. And
Yep.
you know what? We're gonna have phone for everybody. I'm just like a nice person.
You're generous.
Yes, that's. God, what does this guy want?
I don't know. They're awfully needy.
Okay, so let's put an office here. The space is already occupied. Let's do a legal office. We got a phone line. That's good. Insurance office. These legal offices are great.
Yep.
They are big spenders.
Your unhappy person moved out.
Now that I think about it, there should be more. You know, I want an ad for a legal office. That's
Yep.
yeah. Okay, this is very exciting. Will the game be released on Steam and will it support modding?
Yes and yes.
Hey, Demonic Salesman, thanks for checking out my GDC talk. Really appreciate it. Oh yeah, so just Jessup says Corporation Inc. It doesn't go as in depth for this. Hey, no problem for it. Keep those questions coming. It's great. Let's Paul Low Bro 02. When will this be released?
This summer.
This summer. Oh
Yes.
wow, so you guys are very close to finishing.
It's a little scary. Yes, that's why Rob's not on the call with me today.
Yes.
A little bit of a fire, but it's being put out.
Well, you know, we've got 73 people watching on the channel, so
Hi, everybody.
is this on Steam right now? Can they go and add it onto their wish list?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's why Rob is again off the call, because we're trying to get some things polished up for the trailer video.
Okay, very cool. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to come and talk. Quick
No
question
worries.
I have. So, is there kind of advantages to growing vertically versus horizontally? Because horizontally, it seems I don't need to spend money on elevators. You know? Yeah.
There are advantages to both ways. If you go out vertically, you don't have to spend money on elevators, but you'll have tenants later on who won't move in on the lower floors or who won't like running on the lower floors. And eventually you're going to run out of space horizontally and I'm going to have to go up.
Okay, let's see satisfaction. What is these copy and fax services needed? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. You people, so demanding. And Garrett asks, do any special tricks for balancing this game for balancing a game this complicated from a design standpoint? I think Garrett is asking.
When we started out, we just were making a bunch of like all of these systems, like these wheels and gears, and then we put them all together. And I have probably 24 spreadsheets of various systems, and then a couple of master spreadsheets that sort of accumulate all the values, so that I can sort of see how adjusting like the cost of electricity or the rate of service provision, like for these couriers and things like that, and how all these costs and incomes and times impact the game as a whole. And that works for a while, but then unfortunately, really, you have to just play the game because the model is not always the thing. So when you get into the game, you see how what you had done in your spreadsheet, yeah, the values may be right, but it's not fun. You know, the game does unpredictable things that your model didn't indicate. So you can model it to a degree and with a lot of like tools like spreadsheets and PowerPoints. But eventually you just have to sort of roll up your sleeves and start playing your game over and over and over and over again.
By the way, can I just say I love the fax copy service? I was like, is that some kind of... At first I thought it'd be like a cable, but then it totally makes sense. And because I used to work downtown at the Leo Burnett office when I worked at the agency there, and sometimes they had they had a FedEx in the first floor, and so you run there and get your printing done when it was like not the office printer, when the office machines didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, I worked in the Highrise in downtown San Francisco for 10 years. That's sort of a lot of the design comes from just working in a high-rise.
Wow, lots of unhappy people.
The
Rent is too high. We should be paying less. Well, they are on the first floor, so how do I adjust their rent? Not... Okay, 99.
And if you click on your money thing, you can do a global adjustment for all the offices, too.
Okay, I don't want to do it global.
I agree.
We should be paying less. Okay, you know what? Let's give you... There we go. Yeah, on the first floor, I can see that.
Yeah. And these guys aren't going to complain too much about what's around them. But
Right. No one picked up our urgent care delivery. Okay, hold on. You know what I need to do is let's build up another. I want to have... Okay, and by the way, Kimus Exit says, impressive work. I love the sim games from back in the day.
we do too.
Yeah. This is... now, are you guys just doing PC or not iOS? I think this is probably...
Right now we're focused on just the PC build. We are doing a mobile version, but we don't know what that is exactly yet. We have to figure out how to cut down, like, 'cause right now the game sessions are like, I don't know, hours, and that's not right for tablets. So we have to figure out how the game is going to shrink in scope for tablets.
Right. You know, I am gonna put... I think the courier service should be in the basement.
I agree.
Yes.
The help goes in the basement.
Oh man, wait, this guy's not happy. Our employees...
He'll be happy now that the courier's in the building.
Okay.
The courier just has to go pick things. It's not built yet, but once it's built and does its thing, he'll be fine.
Now, can I expand my my construction crew?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay.
You need to. You see the little handshake thing below your money?
I have 0 influence.
Yeah. You'll gain more as you get more connected tenants. Once you start building designers and marketers, you'll begin to get some influence.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you go the residential route and start building apartments, you get influence a lot faster because they're voters. So.
Oh yeah! Wow, this is so fascinating. I'm really enjoying this game. Oh, this is very cool. Like I love Sims games too. I'd love to do like a city simulation one day, maybe. I like The Sims is my favorite game of all time, actually.
Yeah, that's Rob's favorite. That's probably Rob's favorite game too.
So interesting. So just for hey, Swiftlux. Welcome and hello. So yeah, Swiftflux is I met another is also a game designer, or
Hi.
rather works at a game studio. And Swiftflux asks, this game when will it be released? It's going to be released in the summer. Do you guys have any more specific dates than that, or?
Not yet. We're working with a publisher, so it's sort of up to them, and not really up to us. So right now we can say summer, July or August probably, but other than that, I don't know.
Who is this publisher you're working with?
Calypso.
Calypso. Okay.
Yeah, they made Tropico.
Oh wow. Damn, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
I love Tropico. It's kind of there was a fanboy moments when we were like we're working with Calypso. It was neat.
well, congrats. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I haven't played Tropico. That's also a sim game?
Yeah, it's more it's a little more tycoony. Like I don't know if you've played like Children of the Nile or something like that. It's more like those kind of games, like Caesar, Children of the Nile.
Okay.
Like sort of mostly a simulation game, but with a little bit of like RTS spice thrown in.